What is going on, everybody? This is your boy the Devout Joystick coming at y'all with another video. You know what it is? Spider-Man Miles Morales. This is gonna be a spoiler review, and you know I bring you the latest gaming news, reviews, and walkthroughs of multiple different avenues. And the motto that we game by here is Joystick for life. I gave you a fair warning, spoiler review. If you have not yet played Spider-Man Miles Morales or even played the original Marvel Spider-Man, you might want to cut up out of here because I may go into detail of what even happened from the previous one. This game takes off after the events of Marvel Spider-Man for the PS4. Peter goes off on a trip with MJ. It's left to Miles to fend for New York and make sure it's safe until Peter returns home. The all-time villains in this game is Roxxon and the Underground. I'm going to save you from knowing all the details of Roxxon and the ending because I'm not here to tell you how it begins and how it ends. I'm just gonna touch on some key points. Now, I really like how the story pacing in Miles Morales goes for it to be such a short game. I didn't think that there would be so much character development and so much build up in arcs in such a confine of what seems to be everybody's talking about is a 3-hour game. 12 hours and some change because I was doing some of the side quests and then going back to the main story, doing some of the crime missions, going back to the main story, beating some of the Roxxon labs, coming back to the main story, and vice versa. The game starts off in the beginning where Peter and Miles are responding and they are finding Rhino causing a ruckus. They end up taking him down, but only after finding out Miles has a special power within his Spider-Man role where he can emit bioelectricity. And later on in the game, it grows and exponentially gets stronger to the point where he's got many different fun moves. Also, he can go invisible to a degree where he can also hit you and not drain too much of his meter. It depends on how you build up his skill tree, but you can make it where you don't get noticed that much, or if at all, if you're fast enough and know how to stealth and take out enemies. The game was not too long and not too short for me to care about the length. I really didn't mind it being so short. I felt satisfied with Miles' story to the point where he had a calling that he had to rise to, that he had to ignore the Prowler's advice, which turned out to be his uncle. So he was conflicted on that note because he wanted to mend the relationship of his family, whereas his father and his uncle fell out before his dad died. Kind of just fell on his mother, telling him stay away from his uncle, and he didn't really get why. It felt like there was stuff missing in the midst. And then he's also conflicted because the Tinkerer becomes his best friend, a friend that he's known for years, that's won a science fair with him. You know, I honestly thought they were gonna date, and then I thought Haley, the deaf girl from Harlem, the one that was spray painting in the beginning, was gonna date. I thought he was gonna get like really on a romantic level with one of them. Honestly, I just like the vibe of that inner city feel and how he was communicating with the citizens. Like at the end of the game, they basically said when they asked the citizens, who is that guy? Who is that superhero that just saved all of New York? And they replied, that's our Spider-Man. Not that Spider-Man, that's our Spider-Man. They claimed him for their culture, you know? So, I mean, all together made a very good impression for the PS5. Honestly, I know that it is a PS4 title also. The game play for the PS5 version felt so immersive in relation to the DualSense, the ray tracing on all the assets, all the buildings, the water, the skyscrapers, the ground, in a winter scene. It just seemed like a lot went into this game that it did not feel rushed at all. Altogether, if I had to rate this game and suggest, even if you had a PS4 and you couldn't wait because you couldn't get a PS5, I would honestly give this a 9.5 out of 10. To say that they could have done better in this current run of the game, I can't say what they could really have improved on for it to be the first shot at the PS5 console and to make it look as good as it did. I'm completely happy with it. I think you should go and pick it up. It is a must buy for the holiday season. If I remember correctly, it's $49.99 for the PlayStation 4. That's an honestly good price. You could trade in some old games and shave off some of the blow if you can't really shell out $49.99 right now. But ultimately, you should go pick this game up. I would be shocked if you didn't enjoy it. If you're a Spider-Man fan, if you're a Marvel fan, or even a superhero fan, this is a very well-paced game. Very good story. It's kind of like a soap opera in a sense, because you don't know whose mask is coming off next. You don't know who's gonna be showing up as a cameo or anything like that. I'm just completely thrilled to the point where I'm gonna play through it again a second time and probably not skip any of the cutscenes. I'm gonna probably lower it down to easy and then just run through the rest of it and clean up all the rest of the trophies and call it a day. It's gonna remain on my shelf and we're gonna leave it there. I just have all the praise to give to this game. Insomniac did an amazing job. And honestly, if you guys liked Spider-Man Miles Morales or you're still playing it, leave a comment in the comment section below what your favorite part of the game was. Tell me what you think they could have improved on and what do you feel left a moment with you the most. I honestly like the chemistry between Finn, and I like the chemistry between Haley with Miles. I like both of their chemistries. Genki, honestly, that was a good role model, best friend, you know, sidekick, you know. I like all their chemistry. All of it looked unique and genuine to me. Leave a comment, like this video, share it on all your social media, and I'll be doing more reviews in the future. I've got Godfall to go through, Call of Duty, Cold War, NBA 2K21 Next Generation, and Sackboy's Big Adventure. I have a lot of games to cover, and hopefully I can cover them all, at least give a brief description of how they all run and feel to me before the end of the year, but who knows? I hope you guys have a good Thanksgiving, good Black Friday, stay safe, stay warm, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.